Hang up and try again.
Freak Radio Network, broadcasting from the Lucas Oil Studios. Driven by General Tire.
Rock on, baby!
I am serious.
Here's the Freaks.
Freak Nation, happy Sunday night from the Lucas Oil Studios. Special edition of Speed Freaks coming at you here on the Speed Freaks YouTube channel. My name is Richie Suave Flores. I am joined to my left by Cole Money Cusimano. Special edition here coming up tonight, Cole, because we are midway through pretty much every motorsport on the planet right now. We're in the middle of July, and at the end of the year, for the last 25 years of the Freak Nation, we always do the Freakies at the end of the year. Race of the year, Freak of the year, Driver Rider of the year, and that's usually an end-of-year thing. But we thought, hey, we're midway through the season right now. Kenny and Crash are gone. Cole is currently, right now, actually not here either, so he's still doing the show. This is an AI version of Cole. This is not really Cole to my left. I was like, hey, AI, give me a co-host for the show this week. And look, and it just looks just like Cole, and Cole is here, even though he's not. Welcome to the show, Cole. Happy Sunday.
Thanks for having me. Means a lot, seriously.
All right, so here's what's coming up. We are going to do our mid-season awards here, our mid-season Freakies. So we are going to do our best race of the year so far, our best driver rider of the year so far, and our Freak of the year so far coming up. And then later in the show, a surprise 25th anniversary flashback. Mostly because as of we're recording, I don't know which interview we're going to play, but we're going to figure it out. So stay tuned for that. It's a surprise. I know you're not supposed to do that on radio and TV and be like, hey, tune in later in the show. We're going to have something, and none of which we knew who it is. But that's pulled back the curtain. So let's kick it off here. Cole, we both have our nominees and our winners for all these three categories. Where do you want to start? I'll let you decide. AI Cole.
Can I go first as well? Or
yes.
No? Okay. I think we should start first with the driver of the year, because normally there would be no right or wrong answer, but there is only one right answer for the best driver of the year, and it's got to be, say it with me, Alex Palou.
Yeah.
Alex Palou. 6 wins, 2 runner-ups in 10 starts. Oh, and by the way, an Indianapolis 500 champion. There's not much left to say, really, on the subject. I mean, yeah, Kyle Larson's been good. Other guys have been good as well. But Alex Palou's been head and shoulders above the rest. He has been just the definition of a GOAT in 2025 for IndyCar. And across all forms of motorsport, you're basically finishing 1 or 2 in 80% of your starts this year. Just been flat-out dominant. So kind of rambling now because there's not much left to say.
No, I mean, I think you nailed it. That was my pick as well. I don't think there's any question about honestly, at the end of the year, I think we're all going to have the same exact choice. It's just, for the first time ever, we're going to have a unanimous driver of the year, and that right now is Alex Palou, barring some weird set of circumstances, like what happened last weekend at Mid-Ohio, where he made a mistake leading the race, and Alex Palou makes a mistake and allows Scott Dixon to get past him and win that race. I do have some other possible options to throw out there, and I want to get your thoughts on and just see if maybe we could go elsewhere and try to be a little bit, different, a little freaky. Couple extra options for you. Are you a MotoGP fan at all?
No.
Neither am I, but neither am I. But if you follow MotoGP, and it's becoming more and more popular, it was bought by Liberty Media this year, so they're going to take that over. But there is one guy who's been dominating MotoGP this year as well. His name is Marc Marquez. He's a former champion who is back at the top of the sport again. There has been 10 races so far. Marc Marquez from Spain has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 races. He won the first 6 races to start the season. Marc Marquez with Ducati Lenovo Racing in MotoGP, which I wish I was a bigger fan of MotoGP because that sport is gnarly, bro. 200 miles per hour on a bike, and your feet are like inches off the ground at every turn.
No thanks.
It is a sick sport, and I wish I was more into it, but it's just like, it's hard to find. It's here in the United States, at least. I think it's on Fox Sports, but like, it's at weird hours. It's kind of like Formula One, where it's like just super, super hard to find. So until it becomes easier to watch here in the U.S., I'm at arm's length, even though I think the sport's really, really cool. So that's one option, Marc Marquez. I don't know if he beats Alex Palou, his fellow countryman Alex Palou, but I think that's an option. Another option from the NASCAR world.
I'm curious if we have the same guy.
It's Corey Heim.
Okay. That's not who I had, but that actually, that's a good one.
It's Corey Heim. He's going to win the NASCAR Truck Series Championship this year, barring any crazy madness, because he has so often this year, 15 races in the season. He's had the best car. He's led the most laps. And it's just, he's had a couple times where just ridiculously bad luck has cost him races. I think it was Homestead. Going back to Homestead, the race that Kyle Larson won, where Corey Heim is leading that race. He's going to win the race, and he's having engine issues. And the car shuts off on him multiple times, and he's still able to keep the lead. And then just shuts off the wrong time, and Larson's able to get past him at the very end of that race, or else he would have more wins. He's got 5 wins in 15 races this year. He's got 3 additional top 5s on top of that, and then a couple of races that just got away from him at the end as well. So and currently, I know the regular season point standings don't really matter in NASCAR, but just for shits and giggles, he has a 144-point lead over Chandler Smith in the Truck Series point standings right now. Did you get another option, though?
I did. I was going developmental ranked as well, and it was going to be Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier, coming off his first championship, you'd expect some sort of slump, but not from this guy. Seasoned veteran, one of the good guys in all of motorsport, just having an absolutely phenomenal year. 3 wins, which is tied for most in the series. He's finished runner-up once, and he also has 7 total podium finishes, which is really, really good. It feels like he's a contender every single week. Probably could have or should have 5 or 6 wins this season. Yeah. He's just a perfect example of how to carry yourself both professionally and personally as a champion, and he is doing an incredible job in his follow-up season.
Yeah, that's a great pick, too. Somebody who we were talking about last week as somebody who might be an option, a kind of outside-the-box option for Trackhouse. If Justin Allgaier wanted to go back to the Cup Series, especially coming off of possibly a second championship in a row, that could be an option. But yeah, you're right. Just like Corey Heim, he's had a couple earlier this season where he was leading races and he was the dominant car, and he had some really shitty luck that cost him a couple races this year too. But junior motorsports in general is just insane this year. I think there was that stat from the broadcast this weekend where they've had like 7 different drivers win races for them this year. Not only their main guys, obviously they're full-time guys, but Shane Van Gisbergen won a race. Chase Elliott came in and won a race, or Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson came in and won a race in the 88 when Connor Zilic was out hurt. And then Daniel Suarez won a race too. So,
Want to hear a funny fact? Actually, just looking this up right now. So Justin Allgaier, to give you an example of his dominance, has led the most laps in the series with 648. The next most in the series behind him is Kyle Larson, who's raced 3 times in the Xfinity Series. The next closest regular season Xfinity Series driver in terms of laps led is Austin Hill with 287. That's nearly 400 more laps led than the next closest guy that's a regular.
That is a crazy stat.
Right?
That is a crazy.
So he's just been amazing this year.
All right, so there you go. Those are your options for driver of the year, driver rider of the year, and you mentioned Marc Marquez. So far this season, if you're in the comments, go and let us know who's your driver and rider of the year so far. If you're or tweet us at SpeedFreaks with your picks for driver rider of the year so far, and explain to us why it shouldn't be Alex Palou, because if you say anybody else other than Alex Palou, you're crazy. All right, so that is your driver rider of the year segment. Coming up next, let's do race of the year right here on the SpeedFreaks YouTube channel from the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
As your power steering pump ages, seal leaks may occur, causing the power steering system to lose fluid. Your power steering system may also develop an annoying squeal, and the steering may become more difficult to handle. By using Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak, you will stop the seal leaks, reduce slack in rack and pinion, eliminate the squeals and hard spots in your power steering system. It is guaranteed to stop seal leaks or your money back. Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak. It works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Hey, Freak Nation, Crasher here. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code FREAKS and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Our listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use my promo code FREAKS to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code FREAKS, and it's totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or other brands. Download the free Upside app now using my limited time promo code FREAKS for a limited time, 25 cent per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co., LLC. Used with permission.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
This freaking segment is brought to you by our friends at Lucas Oil. Now, what automobile do you have in the garage? I bet Lucas Oil could keep that thing fat and happy and on the road. From everyday car care, heavy-duty trucking to agriculture, hot rods, classic cars, motorcycles, and marine, Lucas Oil has what you need to keep those engines, interiors, and exteriors looking like and running like they're supposed to be. For more information, go to the website, lucasoil.com, and find the perfect Lucas Oil product. Keep your rides on the road.
Special edition of Speed Freaks here on the Speed Freaks YouTube channel from the Lucas Oil Studios. Ruchi Suave Flores here, along with the AI version of Cole Money Cusimano to my left. We just did our race of the mid-year. Or no, sorry, god damn it, we did driver of the year so far.
Yes.
Yeah. My brain is fried, y'all. This is what happens in the middle of the year. I'm going on vacation in like a week and a half, and so like I'm already like half out of the bag. But
Hey, me too. For this Dover trip's got me stressing out, man. I'm pumped up, but I've been trying to pack and strategize and all
are
these
you
things.
coming back with a Miles plushie so we can put it to my right over here?
I'm gonna be probably $100 lighter. Yeah, I'm gonna get one for Cody. I'm gonna get one for the studio, one for myself, one for my dogs. It's gonna be a very Miles the Monster mania here in the Freak Nation.
Can you get? I wonder. Can you get like die? You have 124 die cast, but can you get like a 124 scale Miles?
I hope so. I would love to get one of those. I would rather get that than a plushie. But either way,
like a statue.
Miles will be here.
Yeah, it'd be a mini statue. That would be sick. Anyway, yeah, Cole's going to be our boots on the ground for the Dover race coming up here in a couple weeks. So be on the lookout for that and all the social media extravaganzas. But back on track, we're doing our mid-season awards. We did Driver Rider of the Year in the first segment. This segment, we're doing Race of the Year. Cole went first last time, so I'll go first this time. And for me, I did not have to spend more than 2 seconds thinking about this.
Oh, here we go. I got it. I know.
Are you sure?
I got it.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Know-It-All. What am I picking?
The Indianapolis 500. Take it away.
Goddamn right. Hell yeah, I am. Hell yeah, I am. I know people did not like this race who watched it on TV, but this is going to be the third straight. I'm going to call it now. There's no race for the rest of the year that is going to be better than my experience at the Indianapolis 500 this year. I will never forget it for the rest of my life. I had an amazing time, and I think what really kind of bumped it up a notch, because the racing wasn't all that great. I think we can all agree on that. But the drama and the storylines were there. There was a late pass for the lead by Alex Palou. The fact that Alex Palou won his first Indianapolis 500 for me, I think that's what moved it up a tad. If it was, another driver, if it was going to be Marcus Ericsson who was leading that race late, that would have been his second Indy 500 win, but that's just not as memorable as Alex Palou, who's going to be an all-time great of this series, winning his first Indianapolis 500. That is an all-time IndyCar moment that we're going to remember for a long, long time. So this wasn't even close for me. It's the Indianapolis 500. So good call, Cole.
No, that's fair. And I respect the pageantry, like I said, and I'm sure being there in person and experiencing this greatest day in motorsports, that's a huge deal, and it definitely is going to affect how you think. And I mean, it was a good race. There was a ton of strategy. The racing itself on track wasn't that enthralling, but it wasn't bad by any means.
Yeah.
And it means a lot. As we always talk about on this show, if a race means more, it usually is better. For me, I was between two. I was going to go with Gateway IndyCar. And I didn't pick it because I feel like maybe I had some rose-colored glasses on, being there and experiencing it in person. I thought it was a great race.
It's still been the race of the year in IndyCar for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
outside the Indianapolis 500, wink. But.
So why I didn't pick it was because we had Kirkwood win, who had won once before, a couple times before actually, in this race that was very unpredictable. So that was kind of a damper for me. And just because I was there, I feel like it might have been, skewed. But it was still a great race. You had Joseph Newgarden, this 5-time winner, going upside down. You had Will Power, the pole sitter, go into the wall. Scott McLaughlin with some problems as well. Just a really good race. 20 lead changes as well. But my race of the year is going to be NASCAR at Michigan. Very bold take there, I think. For me, this was what a NASCAR race should be. It was a naturally played out race with green flag racing. There was a ton of strategy. The racing itself was phenomenal. These cars were able to formulate runs, make moves for the lead. And I think the end of this race was absolutely phenomenal. And Prime did a good job narrating it and letting the drivers and teams tell the story as well in the closing laps, which came down to fuel mileage. Again, I feel like that's a very... it's a natural way of playing things out in NASCAR, and it's very old school and nostalgic for me. You had Carson Osavar leading this race, contending for his first win, ran out of fuel at 5 laps to go. You had William Byron, who dominated the entire race, ran out on the last lap, and then it was the villain, Denny Hamlin, who went to victory lane, taking both those youngsters to school and winning his third race of the season. So that was just a very memorable and a very fun race for me. 2025.
I think those are two great options. I was going to offer up the Bommarito 500 as well. As kind of like my second choice below the Indianapolis 500.
Nice.
And Michigan, I think, is a race that you and I think, did the show that night, right after the race. We both came on and were like, "Damn, that was awesome. That is what NASCAR is." NASCAR at its best was that race, in my opinion, and that was an Amazon broadcast, and Amazon made that broadcast better and kind of tiered that race up a little bit. But that is the number one race in the Jeff Gluck poll so far this season at 92.2%. The other options here, I think, are the other big ones in terms of the NASCAR this year were the last Atlanta race which was a 90.5% race that was won by Chase Elliott. That's another option. Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God, before the show was telling us that Charlotte, the Coke 600, was his pick for race of the year. That's a 90.2% on the Jeff Gluck poll. So we have those couple of options. My second favorite NASCAR race of the year was COTA earlier this year. I still think that it was elite tier NASCAR for me, even more so than the Chicago race, which I really enjoyed, obviously. So those are some options. I was trying to think of like what's been the best Formula One race of the season, and I'm struggling to come up with one that was like super duper memorable. Suzuka, yeah, I could see Suzuka. I don't really remember anything about that race, to be honest. What happened in that race, Cody? There you go, Max won. Okay, you're right. I don't remember. Again, it's been a very underwhelming Formula One season this year, so I don't remember anything about it. Other than Australia, which happened in the rain, I actually thought Silverstone was great. I've been up there for me. That's a little tease for what's to come, by the way, Silverstone. But stay tuned for the next segment.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't really think there's a lot of Formula One races that would make the cut. So I think we nailed it with our picks. Our picks there. I don't know if there was anything else that really sticks out for me at least, other than what we've already mentioned.
Those are all the ones that were on my mind as well. And the only other one that I would throw in there is the Nashville race, which I liked a lot. But I know that was a very, very divisive topic of concern because you couldn't really pass the lead. But another that naturally played out race like Michigan, but Michigan was like 10 times better.
What we should have done is we should have flipped it and done.
Oh, the worst.
We should have done worst driver of the year and worst race of the year.
Damn, we should have done that.
Screw it. I'm gonna do that as we're on the fly here. Do you have an opinion on worst race of the year?
Worst race of the year. Damn, off the top of my head, that is so tough to think of on the spot. One. Bowman Gray. Bowman Gray is up there for sure. Damn. I can't think of one. Can you go first?
That's the great thing is if you don't have a worst race of the year because they're not memorable.
Well,
you don't remember anything
I feel like Martinsville usually always sucks, so probably Martinsville. I don't know. I'm kind of guessing there, but I know it wasn't a good race. It's a good pick. Yeah, that's what I got so far.
Oh, I know what it is. It's fucking Monaco, dude.
Oh shit! Yes. I was so bored watching that thing. I was tuned out after like 5 minutes.
Yeah, That's your answer for worst race of the year, and it's not even close. Monaco, worst race of the year.
And that's supposed to be prestigious. Supposed to be a big deal. It sucked. Horrible. Good call.
Did Lando win that race? Hell, I don't remember. That's bad if I don't remember who won the damn
I think
race.
he did.
I'm pretty sure it was Lando who won that race. I think. Okay. Anyway, that's a good pick for worst. Do you have worst driver of the year?
Honestly, I think I might go with Kyle Busch. Just because he's been that disappointing. There's definitely worse drivers out there, don't get me wrong. Noah Gragson comes to mind as someone who's drastically underperformed, but also Kyle Busch, just with the bad luck and the speed, I think he's been a major disappointment for me. Maybe not the worst of the year, but he's just been extremely disappointing.
So he's the I can see that. He has not been great. He's been having some good runs lately though. Had a great run at Chicago after he spun, and then he got back into the top 5. He's been good at road courses this year, so maybe he can get back on track. And dispel all the internet shenanigans that he's washed.
Maybe that'll be a cold jinx this weekend. He wins at Sonoma.
Yeah, Sonoma. That's the race that happened today. Sonoma, not Watkins Glen. You watched us on Wednesday. That's a callback, Cole. All right, worst driver of the year for me because he got kicked out of his seat at Alpine is Jack Doohan. But granted, we already knew that was going to happen because we knew that he was signed to a 5-race deal, and so his days were numbered. But anytime you get your ass kicked out of your seat in Formula One 5 races into a season, that's pretty bad. And he was terrible. He was really, really bad. So Jack Doohan is my vote for worst driver of the year.
Sounds about right.
There you go. That's our picks for those two. We're going to, next up, we're going to do Freak of the Year. Cole still doesn't understand the parameters of what this pertains to. Freak Nation, you probably don't either, but that's okay. That's why we call it Freak of the Year. You got to be creative with your Freak of the Year choice. So let us know how we're doing with our picks at SpeedFreaks on Twitter, right here in the YouTube comments as well. So we're going to do Freak of the Year next here on the SpeedFreaks YouTube channel and the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Hey, Freak Nation, Crasher here. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code FREAKS and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Our listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use my promo code FREAKS to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code FREAKS, and it's totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or other brands. Download the free Upside app now using my limited time promo code FREAKS for a limited time 25 cent per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
For whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for a professional detail or shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or on third-party delivery platforms.
Get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
This freaking segment's brought to you by our good friends at General Tire and the Grabber HT. The Grabber HT is a long-lasting, all-season touring tire for crossovers, light trucks, and SUVs. Developed for year-round traction, this tire comes complete with a replacement tire monitor and visual alignment indicators, which aid in detecting tire wear. For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the Freaks for over 2 decades.
We usually do Beat the Freaks every week on this show. We're not doing it this week, however, because everybody's gone on vacation. It's the middle of the year. People are on vacation. AI Cole is here beside me because actual Cole is gone. He's going to be covering the Dover race for us here coming up shortly. Kenny Crasher gone. They're out of town, so no Beat the Freaks this week. But generally, if you follow us on Twitter at SpeedFreaks, every week you will have a chance to come up against the 4 of us in the Freak Nation, and if you beat us, you would take home a set of General Tires. If you're watching us here on YouTube, if you look down in the description, there's a link that you can hit, and if you hit that link, it will take you to a website that will show you where your closest General Tire retailer is. So check that link out in the description, and get yourself a new set of General Tires, won't you? It's great. Cole has them now.
They handle amazing. I love these things. Have some fun.
Yep. GeneralTire.com for all your information. All right, Cole. Do you still don't understand what the Freak of the Year is? Right?
I knew what the Freak of the Year was. Cody didn't know what it was.
Oh, okay. So Cole knows. Cole has his ready.
I've been ready with this one. I knew off the top of my head, like immediately, what it was going to be.
Oh, okay.
Who it was going to be.
All right. I got mine ready as well. I teased a little bit in the last segment. So I'll let you go first. Who's your Freak of the Half Year already?
I think the only fitting answer, a Kosovar is born. Carson Kosovar, the living embodiment of Freak Nation. He is a freak through and through with the way he carries himself. He's riding the Dente to what's soon to be a victory. I think he's going to win one race this year. He's been very fast. 5 times this year, he started within the first 2 rows, including 1 pole. He has 2 runner-ups. He also had 2 races where he was leading, Michigan where he ran out of fuel, and then that was 5 to go. And then he had an engine let go in the Coke 600 where he was running 3rd. So he has been very fast this year. He's been himself. He's still that same brash and kind of true to himself kid that was racing in the truck series. And now he's seeing success at the top level. Only 75 points out of a playoff spot. And I love how relentless and how fast he is. He has a very similar arc to Ross Chastain back in 2022. So I think it's got to be, for me, Carson Kosovar or Kosovar by the Freak Nation as the Freak of the Year.
That's a great pick. I love that pick. I think that's better than my pick, to be honest. That's a lot more creative than my pick. My pick is just recency bias.
What you got?
My Freak of the Year is very, very recency biased, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it on last Sunday's show, so I got to talk about it on tonight's show, which is I got to give my Freak of the Half Year so far to Nico Hülkenberg. At Sauber in Formula One. Honestly, I think it's the story of Formula One so far this year. We talked about a little bit earlier, which is like Formula One this season has been kind of weak. There hasn't been a lot of storylines going on. There's a battle of the championship between Lando and Oscar, and that's okay, but I haven't really been too into that. There's been too much drama. I think it'll become more interesting as the season goes along. But it's basically like whichever one of those two gets the pole is going to win the race, and then that's it, right? It's not really that. Doesn't really make the racing any much better or entertaining. But Nico Hülkenberg, driving for Sauber, who has been the worst team on the grid over the last 2 seasons. They've been switching names like crazy. This is the last season of them being known as Kick Sauber, because next year they're going to change their name to Audi and they're going to become an Audi factory team. And so Nico Hülkenberg was brought in large part because he is German and Audi is a German team, and that's part of the reason why he was brought in. Nico has been around for 239 Grand Prix starts, and he got his first podium at Silverstone, and it was a great moment. I have never seen Formula One Twitter more in unison happy for one driver outside of Nico Hülkenberg getting his first podium. It was awesome seeing, Max driving up to him after the race and giving him like a thumbs up after the race. Like everybody in the paddock seems to like this guy. He had his old teammate Kevin Magnussen from the Haas days in the Sauber garage with him, and that was awesome to see. We mentioned a little bit, I think, on maybe Sunday in the YouTube chat last Sunday, but we mentioned like the adorable video of his daughter like seeing her dad on TV on the podium and how cute that was. That was adorable. But to take this crap box Sauber, which he qualified nearly dead last on the grid, and drive up through the field with a little bit of strategy to finish on the podium and beat out the greatest of all time, Lewis Hamilton, do it, and outdrive Lewis. Lewis got within DRS of Nico and could not get past him. Ferrari versus Sauber, y'all. Ferrari versus Sauber, and Nico beat him out after 239 career races to get himself on the podium. And Nico's had a good season, man. He's got 37 points on the season so far, which is good enough for 9th. In a frickin' Sauber, dude. Congratulations, Nico. What a great moment that was. So Nico Hülkenberg is my freak of the year.
Nice.
So far.
All right. I can buy into that. I do have an honorable mention, though, for freak of the year.
Yes.
Santino, my paisan Ferrucci. This man crushed a beer from the stands following the it was a Road America race, right? Or was that Mid-Ohio? That was Road America. Road America. That was coming off his best, or one of his best finishes of the season, 3rd place. Over his last 4 starts, he's got 4 top 5s and 2 podiums, including a runner-up. So he's looked, I think, competitive this year. I mean, I haven't really watched IndyCar that in depth outside of 2025, but I think his trajectory and results, and of course crushing the beer, is enough for him to be a contender for Freak of the Year. Early on, obviously.
Possibly.
Never
like
know.
He's always been really good on ovals, and so yeah, I mean he got that podium on the road course, which was cool for him. I don't like Santino Ferrucci. We don't have time to get into why. Just do your Google research, and you can figure out why he sucks and why a lot of IndyCar fans do not like him. His personality is terrible. I'm not going to dive into it. You can do your own research. I'm not going to dive into the damn rabbit hole. I can go on a whole damn rant about why Santino Ferrucci sucks. Okay, anyway, there you go. So those are our picks. Those are our picks for our freakies of the half year, as we have now kind of moved past the halfway point of all of these major motorsports series. Again, full disclosure, we pre-taped the show earlier this week, so we don't know all the results from the motorsports this weekend. So here we go. Congratulations, Shane Van Gisbergen, on winning Sonoma. Congratulations, Alex Palou, on winning both races at Iowa.
F1, anything?
F1's off.
Oh, they're off?
Yeah,
okay.
They're off. They're back at Spa in a couple weeks. But
that sounds about right, though. Yeah. SVG and Alex Palou.
If that actually happened, okay, if that's the results of what happened, shout out to me, because I could have made so much money.
Parlay it. Just put $5 on it and parlay it.
Yeah. Did you
That's
know
all
that?
I'm gonna say.
Did you know that? But did you know that IndyCar is doing 2 races this weekend in Iowa?
I saw that. Yes. Yeah, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they got one on Saturday, one on Sunday. I'm interested to see. I mean, I hate to do this, but I'm interested to see how those races played out, because last year the racing in Iowa was pretty bad and pretty poor and not really watchable compared to what it was at Worldwide Technology Raceway. So we'll see how that goes at Iowa. There you go. So those are our mid-season freakies. We're going to wrap up the show. We're going to do, again, shortened special edition here on the SpeedFreaks YouTube channel. But we're going to wrap up the show next. Speaking of Sonoma, I was informed that, and I did not know this, that Kasey Kahne, who is currently running sprint cars in the High Limit series, and is he in World of Outlaws too?
No.
He is not. He's just in High Limit.
Yeah, well, they all dabble, but primarily High Limit.
He is primarily in High Limit. And it was brought to my attention that Kasey Kahne was a former winner at Sonoma back in the day, 2009, in fact. And so I thought, hey, you know what we haven't done in a while? And I actually did not realize that this existed. As we continue to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Speed Freaks, I went back into the archives and I found an interview with Kenny Crash and Kasey Kahne at Texas Motor Speedway from around 2009-ish, because Kasey Kahne is still rocking the Budweiser sponsorship. So we're going to dive into the archives, and we're going to hear from Kasey Kahne from the SpeedFreaks archives. That's next here on the SpeedFreaks YouTube channel and the Lucas Oil Studios.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
From the labs at Lucas Oil Products, Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment is a multifunctional cleaner plus lubricant. For every fill-up of gas or diesel, add one 16-ounce can of Lucas Oil Complete Engine Treatment. One bottle can treat a tank of up to 21 gallons. Its special additives allows a better fuel burn to help increase your miles per gallon. Expect longer engine life, longer oil life, cleaner exhaust, and less fuel consumption. Lucas Oil, it works.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or on third-party delivery platforms.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. That's 800-659-7540.
Hey, Freak Nation, Crasher here. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code FREAKS and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Our listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use my promo code FREAKS to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code FREAKS, and it's totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or other brands. Download the free Upside app now using my limited time promo code FREAKS for a limited time 25 cent per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Kasey Kahne with Crash Gladys and Kenny Sargent of Speed Freaks on Live 105.3 and Texas Motor Speedway. You've done all right here in the past. There are some races that you might want to forget, But with Budweiser on the side of your car, we've talked about this a number of times. This is the first year that you've stepped in the Budweiser fire suit. Now, as we wrap up the championship, as we wrap up the series, with 2 more races to go from Texas, what's been the experience with Budweiser now? Because that is the end all be all in sponsorships.
It's been good as far as just the appearances have been a lot of fun. It's a different deal. They're later at night, obviously, because we do things at bars and at just fun events, whether it's Q&A with the fans or serving Budweisers at a bar, that kind of thing. We've kind of done it all this year, so I've enjoyed it. It's been fun. The good thing about when you're working with Budweiser, everybody's always excited, and I think that's because they're drinking, but they're always excited. So it's fun. It's a good atmosphere.
So can you tell us a little bit about this thing you had going on with Brandon Bernstein in Vegas a couple days ago? I'm hearing you guys are becoming good friends. Yeah, Brandon's a great guy. We've done a few things together this year with Bud, and then last week we did a deal in Vegas. But I got out there a day early to make sure that we could go out on Wednesday night. And there was a group of probably about 10 of us, 10 or 15, maybe more. Ended up with a few of the NHRA guys, and J.R. Todd and Antron. We had and Brandon. I already know what the night was like. Yeah, there was a few. It was a good time. We had a blast, and it was a long night, but that was a good time. Then we had our Bud one night stand the next night, and then had to got here about 3 a.m. on Friday morning.
Kasey Kahne joins us, Crash Gladys, Kenny Sargent of SpeedFreaks on Live 105.3, and I'm talking about Budweiser. Of course, you were hanging with the NHRA guys, and you've done your time here with Budweiser this year. Who parties more, drag racers or NASCAR guys?
I don't know. It's I would say there's.
Is that a loaded question?
That's a loaded question because there's, I like to have a couple beers, pretty often. But as far as partying hard, I don't do that a whole bunch, but Brandon's been with me probably as much as I've done it this year, so I don't know if I think we're about the same boat. He's getting ready to get married, so it's pretty cool. But we've had fun, and they definitely can party. Were you a part of that big Hooters selection thing down in Florida a couple months ago? No, I wasn't. I was supposed to be initially, and then something happened, and scheduling, not my schedule. I don't know what it was. It wasn't my scheduling, but something happened, and that ended up not being one of the Bud appearances.
Kahne, this is Hooters Hawaiian Tropic Girls on stage.
It wasn't my fault. It just happened that way.
How can you scrap all of your other appearances, dude, and you hop in your G5 and get down there to judge these Hooters chicks?
Yeah, I've heard it's fun. Dale Jr. told me how good of a time he had doing it, anyways. So, but yeah, that'll probably be on the list next year of something to do.
And we haven't asked you this of all the 460 things we have asked you, Kasey Kahne. You did replace Dale Jr. and now a year later, how has that been from your standpoint? You feel like you've lived up to what the guy established for 8-9 years running the Budweiser colors prior to you?
I think I don't know if we've lived up to it or not. We've done a decent job. We won 3 races, and there was years where they didn't win that many, and there was years where they won more than that. So I think we've done a pretty decent job for our first year. Definitely not good enough by no means. We need to step it up as far as 2009 and 2010 to make sure we do a better job than what we did this year.
And you talk about sponsorship. You're a team owner with the sprint and the midget teams, and now for 2009 with the economy being so tough. This is tough times for team owners. What's the future look like for Kasey Kahne Racing for 2009 and beyond?
Yeah, I think it's tough for everybody, and definitely the racing world is getting hit by it also now. And I would say, we have 2 outlaw teams next year that are going to be, Craig Delansky and Joey Saldana, which we've been working hard to make sure that those teams do a better job than what our teams did this year. And then as far as the USAC goes, I want to keep doing it for sure, but it's difficult. So we'll just have to see what happens. I think Brady Bacon and Brad Sweet are both awesome little drivers, and they have a ton of potential. So I got to figure out how to make it happen. I don't want to give up on those guys for sure. Would Budweiser be one of the partners maybe to come on over and give you a little extra? Well, they're full time on Joey's car next year on Outlaw cars, so I mean that's good. That's more than I could ask for as far as they go, and so that's a great thing for all of us. But the USAC stuff's what I'm most worried about, and how we're gonna fund that and make sure it's on the track every race.
And so, based on our TV show a couple of weeks ago, what year can we expect you to be in the Indy 500? Because me and Joey were ganging up on you. We got to get you in that race.
Yeah, I don't know. I've, if there was still people, like Robbie Gordon doing it and Tony Stewart, where it was fairly easy to do it. It wasn't easy by no means, but it was easier than it is now. Yeah. You can barely. I don't even think you could do it right now with the way the times are. So, if something happened again and people started doing it, or those two guys maybe tried it again, I would definitely love to go around that track in IndyCar and just see how we did. But I don't know when that'll be. That could never happen, I guess.
At least not the way things are now.
Right.
It could in the future.
Kasey Kahne joins us. Crash Gladys, Kenny Sargent, Speed Freaks on Live 105.3. Texas Motor Speedway. It can bite you in the ass or it can be your favorite. Kasey Kahne at TMS, what's your take?
We've had great races here, and we've had some, I think I've crashed a couple times, but, 2 or 3 of the times have been engine problems, and we've never had, we hardly ever have engine problems at Gillette Evernham, and 2 or 3 of the, say, 5 over 5 years racing for Jim, I think have been here. So, I mean, those are bad finishes, but we've won. We were on second. We've won Busch race here. So, I mean, we've been pretty decent, had some poles.
So is there, I don't know how the hell we're going to do on Sunday? Is that the comment?
I know exactly how we're going to do. I just don't want to talk about it right now.
Hey, look, we had Josh Wise. I know Josh Wise called out he's going to get an 8 spot today in the nationwide race. He told him what he was going to finish.
You said pick a number.
Oh, what?
He picked a number where he's going to finish today.
Oh,
where is Kasey Kahne going to finish on Sunday?
I didn't even know Josh Wise was racing.
He's running for Michael Waltrip.
Oh, okay. Where am I going to finish?
Yes.
28. Right where I qualified. I say I finished in the same spot.
I bet he finishes higher.
He'll still get $17 million finishing 28.
17? That'd be nice. We'd be racing USAC next year for sure. If we could do that in one night.
Kasey, again, thanks for coming to the Freak Nation.
All right, thanks.
There you go. That was Kasey Kahne from like 2009-ish from the Speed Freaks archives. Cole Money Cusimano, thanks for doing this here. AI Cole Cusimano, because you right now are currently not in the state. You are on the road and you are getting set to go to Dover for the first time next week. Are you excited?
I cannot even express how pumped up I am right now to be face to face with Miles the Monster. Walk across that bridge, see some cars racing on some concrete. Let's go. That's what it's all about, baby. So pumped.
I hope you have a great time.
Thank you. And by next time we go live on the air, we'll have a nice Miles the Monster back there somewhere by William Boring or Bluey. Somewhere over there. Somewhere in the studio.
Yep.
But he'll be here.
There's William Boring. Bring that back, Cody. There he is.
Hey.
He's right there. He needs a friend, dude. We need to get him another plushie.
Miles. Coming soon.
Miles? Oh, you know what? I should see if they have a Lewis Hamilton plushie.
Ooh.
Maybe Max Verstappen? Because him and his Red Bull gear is going to be cheap soon because he's leaving for Mercedes.
Damn.
He's not, y'all. I don't know if that's not. I'm just speculating. We were talking about that back on the Wednesday show. Anyway, for Cole Money Cusimano, for Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God, I have been Richie Suave Flores. Thank you for watching this special edition of Speed Freaks on Sunday night. Be sure, if you are watching us now on Sunday night, check out Racer Network on Mondays, noon Eastern and Pacific. This week, 25th anniversary show. If you missed that, check it out on Racer Network. A lot of great interviews flashing back throughout the 25-year history of Speed Freaks. Tony Stewart, John Force, Big Daddy Don Garlitz, among others. Many other big names showing up on the 25th anniversary. Dale Earnhardt Jr. So check that out on Racer Network, noon Eastern and Pacific. And then we'll be back on this here on the Speed Freaks YouTube channel and on the Freaks Radio Network every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. One more time for Cole, for Cody Big Johnson behind the glass there, the voice of God, I'm Richie Suave Flores. Thank you for watching. Until next time, good night and good racing, everybody.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Next to your vehicle's engine, your transmission is the most important component of your car. If it's not properly maintained, your car may not shift properly. By adding Lucas Transmission Fix to your transmission, it cleans and lubricates sticking valves for proper shifting, renews worn bands to stop slipping, stops seal leaks, will not void new car warranties, contains no harmful solvents. Lucas Transmission Fix. It works.
Nation Crasher here. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code FREAKS and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Our listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use my promo code FREAKS to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code FREAKS, and it's totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or other brands. Download the free Upside app now using my limited time promo code FREAKS for a limited time, 25 cent per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now, there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co., LLC. Used with permission.
For more than 30 years, Lucas Oil Products has been solving some of the most difficult mechanical problems in the automotive, marine, and industrial industries. From our original Core 4 products, heavy-duty oil stabilizer, power steering, stop leak, transmission fix, and fuel treatment, we have now developed over 400 custom products to help solve some of the world's toughest mechanical issues. Go to lucasoil.com to see what we have in store for you. Lucas Oil, it works.
Let's go, boys.
No gimmicks, it's raw power.
Two heavyweights really going bar to bar. And it takes the lead.
You got nothing to lose.
Man, I hope this truck works, because it ain't ever hit these jumps like this before.
As you can see, we've had another beautiful day on the island, man.
Freeze over the bars.
We gave it hell.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.